What's up guys, Mike here, the Detroit Borg, and in my last video we took a look at all colors of the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus silicone cases. This time we're taking a look at the leather cases. Of course they are more expensive because they're using genuine leather, so they retail for $45 or $49 for the two respective sizes. In terms of our color selection, we have 7 to pick from, including a new one called Sea Blue. We also have Storm Gray, Tan, Saddle Brown, Midnight Blue, Black, and Product Red. So when it comes to unboxing these, it's pretty simple. We have a tab along the back that we have to peel off, and then we can slide the tray out. And next up, we can go ahead and pull the case off the box. And if you look at the inside of the box, you'll see some installation instructions, which are pretty basic. So let's go ahead and speed up the unboxings here so we can take a look at all of the colors side by side. Now these cases are wrapped in genuine leather, so there's some imperfections here and there, but that kind of adds to the character, I think. You also see along the back the Apple logo embossed right into the leather. Now in certain colors, this logo is a little darker than others, especially on the lighter cases. Also lining all of these cases is a microfiber material which is color matched to the leather. This material does a very nice job protecting the phone from scratches because it stabilizes any grit that might get between the case and the phone. This is especially important with the jet black model, which is prone to micro abrasions. Of course, we also get a very large cutout for the camera module and an outlet for the mute switch along the side. Also toward the bottom, we have a very wide opening, which leaves the speaker, microphone, and lightning port free, which also means this works with most dock accessories. Now, one of the biggest design changes to this case are the machined aluminum buttons along the side, which are color matched to the leather. This is a very nice detail, especially on certain colors here. I really like it, especially on the Sea Blue. It's a much brighter finish. The buttons themselves even have a polished chamfer along the edge, which makes for a very premium look. Now, if you look at the inside of the case where the buttons meet the phone, you'll see that there is a pad which protects the phone from scratches from those buttons. It's also color matched, once again paying a lot of attention to detail here, so it looks like the rest of the interior of the phone case. So when it comes to installing the phone, it's pretty basic. You install the phone top side first and then snap the corners in around the bottom. And to remove the case, you just do this in reverse by snapping the corners off the bottom of the phone. So with the case installed, we have plenty of protection around the phone. So we have a nice lip around the edge of the glass, which provides a lay-on-table design, so if you lay the phone flat, the glass won't make contact with the table and scratch it. The camera is also protected in the same way. It sits just below the level of the case, so it doesn't scratch if you lay it down. Now for me, one of the main reasons to consider the leather case over the silicone cases are these buttons along the side. Not only do they look good, but they're also much easier to operate. There's a lot of tactile feedback here. They're actually easier to operate than the buttons on the phones themselves. Now, the biggest concern with this case has always been the wide opening toward the bottom, which leaves part of the phone unprotected from impacts. But for the most part, in most situations, there is a nice bumper around that area from the corner of the case and the back of the case, so you shouldn't have to worry about dropping this phone and impacting that side unless you drop the phone on a corner or on an uneven surface. So for the most part, I think this area is well protected. So taking a look at the colors, of course, we have black, which works with just about any of the phone colors, but it's especially well suited to the matte black or jet black, especially with those matte black buttons along the side. Storm Gray is actually a fairly new color that's launched in the spring on the iPhone 6s and is one of my favorite colors as well. It's a little dark, it's very close to black, but I think it's one of the best colors for matte black or jet black. Midnight Blue is another color we've seen before. It's one of my perennial favorites, and it's a dark color, so it should wear pretty well. So it won't show those discolorations that those lighter colors tend to show. I think this works especially well with the gold phones or the silver phones. Now, a color that was clearly designed for the gold phones is Saddle Brown. And Saddle Brown is a great color in terms of wear. So if you like that worn weather look, the Saddle Brown is definitely going to hold up the best because all of these cases will wear over time. And if you want something that's a bit brighter, I think the Saddle Brown case is the way to go. But once you start getting into lighter colors like tan, you have to be aware that it will start discoloring more obviously, but tan is a very nice color. You can see the imperfections in the leather a bit more. I actually really like this sort of veining or wrinkling in the leather, but it's a very light color, also well suited to gold, rose gold, and silver. Now, one of the new colors, and the one I've been waiting for, is Sea Blue. Of course, it is a brighter color, so it's going to wear more obviously over time, but it's definitely a nice, vibrant color that looks great with silver, gold, or rose gold. And lastly, we have Product Red, which is always a very vibrant and deep red color, which I think looks great on just about any color, but especially on the black phones. So in the end, I think the leather cases provide plenty of protection, but they definitely wear over time, and if you don't like that worn weather look, stick with the darker colors. I also think that these cases are a little more rigid than the silicone cases, so in impacts, I think you'll see a little more protection with the leather cases than the silicone. But the leather cases don't provide as much grip as the silicone cases, and they're a bit thicker. Alright guys, so what do you think? What color leather case is your favorite, or do you prefer silicone? Let me know in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up to let me know, and I'll see you again in the next one.